So, we're here with James Keefer, another record-breaking week by the Arias agencies, and of course, the leading producer is none other than Mr. James Keefer. We've had him on here before telling us what made his week special, but this man's been able to put together an unbelievable career. And if I have him in Pittsburgh, I couldn't let him leave without getting some wisdom.
With over almost $23,000 in 1 week. Huh?
I netted 23.
He netted. Come on. 23,000, Chief. Keith.
And some people have said our agency is one of the best in the world, and you literally single-handedly led our agency, so that puts you as the best in the world. He's currently the #7 producer in American Income year to date, and by the end of the year I have no doubt that he's going to be the #1 producer that we have. So, you know, Keefer, everybody, you know, always wants to know, man, how do you do it? How do you keep being #1? You know, what made your week last week for us?
Well, I think the #1 thing is focus, and a lot of us know how to do it and how to be successful, but not a lot of us actually implement that. You know, whether it's our lack of motivation or other obstacles getting in the way. And you know, you hear Simon say this in the locker room: make arrangements, not excuses. Well, I have to tell you a secret. He got that from me. So anyway, it's really starts with a focus. And the second thing is knowing your numbers. Okay, so it helps having had successful weeks in the past to really get my mindset right, to think, what was I doing that week that made me successful? Even down to the small things. You know, what was my morning routine? Was I waking up and putting positive things in right away, or was I hitting snooze and sleeping for another half an hour? So it's these small changes. You got to go back and think, what was I doing on my most successful week ever? Or if you've never had a huge week, what are those successful people doing on their biggest week ever? And you pick their brains to find out, and then you just do exactly what they do, and then you'll find what works for you.
James is 7th among all producers at American Income. Each year, that competition gets tougher and tougher and tougher. So
it's all about doing the things you don't feel like doing. And another thing, if you're afraid of no, and you're so afraid that you don't ask, or if you don't do that door knock, if you don't make that phone call, it's always going to be a no. So overcome that fear, because if you ask, there's a chance it might be no, but there's also a chance it might be yes. So you have a much better chance of getting that yes if you go ahead and ask. You get that feeling in your stomach like you're scared, you don't want to do that door knock, okay? Just follow your script, trust your upline. Going back to knowing your numbers, if you know that you're going to close 66% of the people you sit down with, and on average your ALP per sale is 1,300, then you set your goal and work the numbers backwards. So for example, if I know I want to write 26,000, my average sale is 1,300, I have to make what, 20 sales, right? Is that 20 sales, or is that?
Yeah.
Am I doing the math right?
That's 20 sales.
20
sir.
sales.
That's right.
So 20 times 1,300. So you don't even have to be that smart to be good at this. 20 times 1,300, that's 26,000. So if I want to get 20 sales, you actually divide that by 66%, right? So I think that's 30 sit-downs you
30
need.
presentations, yes.
And if you know you're getting a 75% show ratio, then, man, now the math is really hard to do. That's probably 40, 45 appointments you need to set in order to get to those 30 sits, to get those 20 sales, to get your 26,000.
How do you get 40 appointments set? That's a lot of appointments.
Well, it helps to have someone post motivational quotes in front of your wall when you're calling.
Okay.
Thanks, Megan. I know that between 4 and 9, nothing else can happen. phone to the ear, call as many people as possible. No excuses.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're gonna take breaks, make sure they're scheduled breaks.
Do you say anything special in your phone calls, or do you do the same script we've been doing for the past 5 years?
I do the same script that we've been doing for the past 5 years. I have it in front of me. Only thing I add is my personality.
Okay.
When you're on the phones with people, if you want a high show ratio, you don't want to come off as boring. Like, you're going to be in their house for an hour to 2 hours. You don't want them to dread you coming to their house.
Yeah.
You want to paint that picture of this guy loves his job. This guy's excited. He has some phenomenal benefits to share with me. Okay. And you want to paint the picture of someone they actually want to see. Because if they don't want to see you, when something minuscule comes up, like they got to run to the grocery store, they're going to be gone between that window that you gave them, that 6 and 7. They want to make sure they're gone.
They'll use any excuse to not be there instead of find arrangements to be there.
Exactly.
Nice.
So it's really about following the systems that you know already work and doing it to the best of your ability, maximizing each and every second of the week to have a huge week.
And Keefer, you've been since what year did you come into the company?
2010.
2010. What'd you do before this?
I was a computer technician. I was an IT guy, or a personal trainer. I was a bouncer, believe it or not.
And did you have any sales experience?
None at all.
No?
None whatsoever. In fact, I failed as a personal trainer because I didn't realize I was in sales. You know,
Yes.
and as a personal trainer, you're selling yourself and your services. I had no clue, so I failed
And
completely.
I imagine you're probably a pretty good personal trainer, huh? But it doesn't matter how good of a personal trainer you are if you don't have anybody to personal train, huh?
That's exactly right.
That's right. So Keefer, what was your what would you say the past 2-3 years? What was your income been over the past three years, let's say?
The past 3 years
years.
has been anywhere from $215,000 to $250,000
On average
per year.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Guys, we got James Keefer here live and in person. He got people to see and places to be and things to do, so I can't keep him too much longer. Thank you for your time, man. No problem, you brother. Look at the back of his shirt. Says it all. Says it all, man. Thank you.